Smart Solutions. In this episode we're going to look at feeding our dog. A lot of owners don't realise how important this simple daily activity is to the dog and how we can use it as a valuable tool in developing our relationship with our dog. Let's go for a walk and we'll feed our dog. Before we go any further, let's just spend a moment to discuss why feeding is so important to our dog. Okay, feeding to our domestic dog is actually about getting fuel for the dog to survive and function for the whole day. Our dog's close relatives in the wild, they spend their entire day either hunting food, eating food or digesting food just so they can survive. So it's fundamental to the dog, the feeding process. Okay, we're back home now and it's time to feed the dog. Now the first thing we need to do is make sure our dog's sitting nice and calm. And we can tell the dog's calm, the tail's not wagging, she's got eye contact with us. So at this point we get our dog food and we put it down between our legs. And it's very important that the dog doesn't come towards us or try to steal the food, because at this point we're actually claiming the food, that the food is ours. Now it's at this point where a lot of dog owners make a mistake. And that's where they'll give their dog a release command so the dog can come over and get the food. What happens then is that the dog's energy level spikes with that release command, and the dog actually thinks that they've come and taken the food off us, or they've outlasted us, or they've intimidated us and we've walked away. So what we need to do is we need to give the food to the dog to reinforce that it's our food and the dog hasn't stolen it. And we do that by getting our foot, we slide the food over to the dog and the dog will start eating. At this point we just walk away, nice and calmly. So now that we've demonstrated the correct way to feed our dog, let's just spend a moment and answer some of the questions that we commonly get asked by some of our clients regarding feeding their dogs. We're often asked by our clients, is it okay to leave food out for my dog? And this is known as free feeding. Personally, I'm not a big fan of it. We can't really monitor how much food our dog consumes, and this can lead to issues such as obesity. But also in climates like Australia where the weather's pretty warm, we have flies, it can lead to the food being contaminated, which then can lead on to ongoing health issues. And as we've just demonstrated, we're a lot better off actually feeding our dog because it builds a relationship. So if you're in a position where you can feed your dog on a daily basis, do that instead. Another question we commonly get asked is, do I need to be concerned if my dog misses a meal? And the answer is no. As long as there's no other health effects like vomiting and diarrhea, missing a meal is quite normal for a dog. Of course, if it goes on for a number of days, take him to the vet and get him checked out, but just missing one meal, it's no big deal. And finally, we're regularly asked, do I have to give my dog variety in their diet? And the answer is no. If we're feeding our dog a good high quality dog food, we don't need to change it. And in fact, when we change our dog's diet, sometimes it leads to diarrhea and other digestive issues. So if they're on a good quality food and they're happy with that, just keep them on it. Well guys, that wraps up today's episode. I hope you found some of the information helpful and useful for you and your dog. Until next time, see you later.